Like, just when you thought, and there it is, notifying the world that Joe Biden, the current president, is no longer running for re-election on non-White House letterhead with what appears to be a digital signature released on Twitter. I also think it's worth noting and pointing out that Joe Biden dropped out on National Ice Cream Day, folks. You just can't make this up. If that doesn't sum up this entire administration, I don't know what was. There's no better way to do it. These people don't give a darn about democracy. Look, you heard it here first on Thursday, and the media called us crazy.
According to multiple Democratic sources, this is happening all of a sudden. Everyone said it would happen gradually and then all at once, and that's what's happening. According to my sources, President Biden has agreed to step down as the Democratic nominee.
Oh, man.
It will happen as early as this weekend. A speech has been drafted for him.
I'm just going to go ahead and spike the football on that one and say, I told you so, and Newsom, I also said, wants nothing to do with this. So he endorsed Kamala Harris right away. Gretchen Whitmer out of Michigan is keeping her powder dry until a possible run in 2028 and rushed in to support her, too. Pelosi just came out for Kamala Harris saying, quote, Kamala Harris, as a woman in politics, is brilliantly astute. Right, sure. And I have full confidence that she will lead us to victory in November. No, you don't. It's whatever, lady. And, of course, Biden, or whoever controls access to his signature pad, made their endorsement. Also, KJP tweeting out, President Biden will go down in history as one of our greatest presidents, accomplishing more in 4 years than many accomplished in 8 years. And he is also an honorable man, a decent man, and a person who has always put the country first. No, no, and no. Joe Biden is none of those. He does none of those things. He is not an honorable man. He always puts his family business first. James Comer proved that. He did not accomplish more in 4 years than any president. Well, maybe accomplished destroying things more. But, lady, you are complicit in this total lie that completely circumvented democracy. You covered up his decline for the last 4 years, and you knew it. And by the way, where is Joe Biden? We had like a grainy video of him walking down the steps of Air Force One 5 days ago. Why did he not do this publicly? He could have just done it from his iPhone, from his bed or wherever if he's not feeling well. Come on, guys. Where is that guy? They didn't push Biden out because he had dementia, by the way. They pushed him out because they couldn't hide it anymore. They were like happy to ride this blind horse through another term. So I'm always talking about these unelected Democrat people behind the scenes, they could just do whatever they want for 4 years and have no accountability. Look, I told you so. You are not wasting your time here, folks. Every night, we appreciate you coming in. We were the first to tell you the story. We called this on Thursday, but as recently as 4 hours before Joe Biden's non-candidacy statement came out on Sunday, his surrogates were out there saying, no, Biden's still running.
I support Joe Biden. He is still in this race. He will be our nominee if he stays in the race. And I think all of us should look for ways to coalesce around that candidacy. I believe he is as good as they get. I have been saying that over and over again.
He's heard those concerns, and I want to be crystal clear. He's made a decision, and that decision is to accept the nomination and run for reelection.
This is like hours before Joe Biden dropped out, okay? I don't ever want to hear so much as a mumble from the Democrat Party about Republicans are in disarray. These people are a bunch of dishonest hacks. This level of disorganization and incontinuity is exactly why our country is going down the toilet right now. These are the people who were told that the adults are back in charge, and they elected a guy to be their nominee, barely capable of fingerprint painting, and then they just circumvented this. This is supposed to be the party of democracy, remember?
I make this sacred pledge to you, the defense, protection, and preservation of American democracy will remain as it has been.
Oh, yeah, maybe unburdened by what has been. Yet the whole Democrat Party just deep sixed 14.5 million Democrat ballots who voted for Joe Biden. And they just did it so they could a bunch of unelected delegates, could install whoever they want. And I'm just going to come out and say it. Barack Obama is still the leader of the Democrat Party. Biden never took the reins. Obama is installing people to run our government. Look, you may not know this. You may not, I don't know. But Biden and Obama absolutely hate each other. You've seen the snippety headlines here and there. But they hate each other. And Obama, rightfully so, thinks Joe's an idiot, and he was just waiting to get rid of him for the perfect moment. And the reason they had to drag it out was because there was no way on God's green earth that Kamala Harris would have ever won a Democrat primary. So they had to wait till after that. And she's the embodiment of failing up. But they've been moving behind the scenes on this for a long time. Look, Kamala Harris was on the Biden ticket in the first place because of Obama. You remember this gem right here? Where Barack Obama called Kamala Harris, quote, the best-looking attorney general in the country. Remember that? Michelle Obama had been quietly helping her raise a bunch of money, too. No one comes out like Kamala Harris did and has a $50 million windfall on day one without prior planning. You know how much work goes into that? Well, I'm going to bring in a bunch of guys after this mono to tell you how hard it is to raise $50 million. That kind of fundraising infrastructure? Nah, that was planned. Months. I mean, it takes months, not hours. Donors were probably briefed on this. They've been working on this forever. Democrats keep saying, oh, it's going to be an open convention and anyone can run. Sure. We all know who's going to get this. And I'm super here for it. Get Kamala Harris out there and get her on the campaign trail stat. If there is one thing she does well, it's just reassure America that she knows far less than she thinks she does.
I love Venn diagrams. I really do. I love Venn diagrams. It's just something about those three circles and the analysis about where there is the intersection, right?
So the importance of community banks is they are, as they are called, they're in the community.
I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been, you know?
What can be unburdened by what has been.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
The only thing I hope we're unburdened by is what she has been. Folks, this is real. This is who now is leading the Democrat ticket.
I am Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her. I am a woman sitting at the table wearing a blue suit.
But Joe Biden, by the way, we have not heard from him in 5 days, folks. Where is he? And I believe if you cannot run, you cannot govern. Yes, I think Biden should not finish out his term. And I'm trying to give Kamala Harris as much exposure as possible here. She is rude, crass, and not intelligent. And Trump needs to expose all those things, along with the fact that she not only locked up thousands of black men for minor charges that she went on to admit herself doing, like smoking weed. But she's also about as black as Rachel Dolezal. Kamala Harris, if you recall, this is from NBC News, is of Indian descent. She just waved her magic wand in 2020 and declared herself black for political convenience. And I can hear the media trolls gearing up for the race game right now. Let me be clear. Her skin color has nothing to do with why I don't like her. I don't like her because, among other reasons, she bailed out BLM and Antifa rioters who burnt down cities. She handcuffed cops from doing their job in California, put them at risk. She refused to go to the border when she was the border czar, and now we got what we got. She has had zero solutions on anything, more radical than nearly anyone else on the Democrat ticket ever. And she has never had a genuine or original thought since sleeping with Willie Brown. Look, if Trump points these things out, she will get mad and will give more word salad. And that debate will be over. Make her answer why she's never been to the border. Ask her why she locked up so many black men for minor crimes, why she thinks her policies would work when they haven't today, and ask her why she thinks the American people should vote for her when she couldn't even get 1% in her own state during the presidential primary. I am super pumped to run against Kamala Harris. Let's go.